7 ways to make your e-commerce business wildly successful. Secret tips. Hey, have you been wanting to really grow your e-commerce business? I mean, in a serious way. I mean, make it really successful. Well, I got to tell you, there's certain things you're going to have to concentrate on to actually achieve that. A lot of times people go in the wrong direction, but in this video I'm going to show you the simple things you can do to make your e-commerce business wildly successful, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. If you're new to my channel, what do we do here? We teach you how to start, run, and grow online businesses. Now, I've been selling online since 2009, and we've sold millions of dollars of both physical and digital products. And on this channel, I share those things with you so that you can get good results too. Now, do me a favor. If you are new, go down there and hit that subscribe button right there. It's really important. And turn on bell notifications. Got to turn on your bell notifications. You got to set it to all notifications, and you'll be part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified as soon as I do one of these videos. I also want to give you a gift. Down at the bottom in the description there is a link to a $97 e-commerce course that you can get absolutely free just for clicking on it. It's that simple. Now, have you been working on your business? Have you found some things that worked well, some things that didn't work? Put your comments below. I would love to hear them. If you've got questions about how to grow your business, put those comments below too. Now, let's get to it. Number 1, being legal is a priority. It's so funny because when I do trainings, I'll have people ask me stuff like, do I need to get a business license for an online business or an e-commerce store? And I'm always amazed that they would ask that question, because what do they think an online business is? They think it's not a real business? Do they think it's something that doesn't get taxed? Do they think it's something they don't have to keep records for? Yes, you've got to keep it legal. Number 1 important thing is get legal. Go check with the state, go check with your city. What requirements are there? Set up a business account, right? Oh my gosh, at your bank. Don't use your personal account for your business. They're 2 separate things, right? They're entirely 2 separate things. So you've got to set them up differently. Now, most banks, when you go to set up your business account, won't even set up the account unless you have that business license with you. So the first step is to go get your business license, and the next step is actually go to the bank and set up your bank account. Now you're ready to get started. Number 2, don't rush the launch, okay? So if you're starting this business, I know you want to get going, and I have people say to me, can I make money today? Can I make money tomorrow? You can. I mean, yeah, you can, but you got to be ready to make money. Don't rush it. Make sure you've got everything in place. I just mentioned your bank account, but you know, what are you going to do for accounting? What are you going to do for advertising? What are you going to do for inventory? Are you going to have inventory? Are you going to have somebody else drop ship it? What are you going to do? So don't rush that launch. We all want to get stuff out there. I had a client not too long ago, and she wanted to run ads on Facebook. She was all set on running ads, want to run ads, and I finally said, what are you going to run ads to? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right. You have to have a sales page to run the ads to that particular page. So you got to build that page first. So a lot of the things that you want to do, you've got to kind of think it out. You got to figure out, am I ready to do this? Don't rush it. I've seen people go out and run ads to a product and they didn't have a page set up right, or they'll just run them to their website. That doesn't work. You've got to have it set up right. Number 3, set up your shipping. Okay, and you say, well, I'm selling digital stuff, I don't have shipping. You do have shipping, and your shipping may be the software that's going to deliver that digital course to them. It may be the software that you're actually going to build your course on. If you have physical products, you're going to have shipping. Now you may say, well, I have drop shipping, so I don't have any shipping. You do have shipping because somebody's shipping it out. I know a lot of people say they'll use a Shopify store, but Shopify integrates with AliExpress, and that particular drop shipper is going to have to ship it out. And the mistake I see very often is that they select the cheapest form of shipping, which is totally wrong, because if you pick the lowest cost of shipping, you're probably going to have massive delays. It may not get there. There's no way to check on it. So I tell people, you know, if you're going to use something like AliExpress, you're going to use drop shipping, make sure that you use the preferred one, which is ePacket. Okay, ePacket is the one that's going to get it there, and it's going to get it there on time. And it may not be the shortest time, and it most definitely definitely won't be the cheapest way to do it, but e-packet is the safest way to do it. So you want to have that set up. Now if you're actually shipping out your own products, you got to decide, are you going to do it? Are you going to put it in the envelope? Are you going to put it in the box? And if you do, and that's what you're going to do, what shipping company are you going to use? When you set up your shipping, you've got to set up a business account with these shipping companies, and they will negotiate the rates based on what you tell them that you're going to ship on a monthly basis. So it's okay to hit them a little bit high in the beginning and have a higher estimate, because they'll give you a lower rate if you do that, and then later on, if you're not shipping that, they may change your rate, but you don't have to go back and pay for the reduced prices that you got on the packages. So that's another thing to think about. Or are you going to use a shipping facility? Are you going to use a drop shipper somewhere in the country that has a warehouse where you can put your products and they ship it out? So all these things need to be thought about before you move forward. Make sure you take care of your clients. Super important. Make sure that it is all user-based. When they get to your website, make it easy for them. Make it easy for them to find the product. Make it easy for them to check out. Make it easy for them to get the information about your stuff. We have a help desk in Kartra, and I'll put a link to Kartra down there. That's one of the best softwares that you're ever going to want to use for emails and lists and sales pages and funnels and all that, but I'll put a link down there and you can actually get it for $1. But make sure you've got all that set up too, so that it's a good experience for your customer. That's super important. The next thing I'll tell you is make sure you have good quality. Good quality is really important. Good quality across the board. It doesn't matter if it's a training course, which I have a lot of different training courses. Matter of fact, like I told you, you can get my e-commerce course, a $97 value. It's in the description down there. You just click and you can get that. But whether it's a course like that, make sure it's set up properly where they can go through it and it makes sense and it's in usable chunks. Like, none of my courses really have any modules that are over about 10 minutes, because that's about somebody's attention span, about 10 minutes. If they want to go on to the next one, they can certainly do that. They can binge and go for hours if they want, but it's 10 minutes at a shot, and they're organized in the form that they're going to need to go through to get to the point where they want to be in the business. So that's one thing. Our products, our physical products like Survival K Food, they're good products. We almost never get returns because it's a good product. It tastes good, it's packaged well, it's shipped nice, they don't have damages. And believe me, I went through all these things. Years ago I sold somebody else's survival food and it tasted terrible, and people would tell me it tasted terrible. And then I started shipping my own, and we didn't package it properly, and things got dented and messed up, and we fixed all those things along the way, so it's a good user experience, so people keep coming back to us. So make sure you have good quality. And nowadays, social marketing. Social marketing is so important. You're going to have a presence. You're going to have to be on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or some of that. And we're on a lot of those platforms. We're not on all of them. I don't do LinkedIn. I'm not on Instagram. So you don't have to do all of them, but you got to pick 2 or 3 that are going to work for you. You've got to be social nowadays. The next thing I'll tell you that's part of all this is mobile, okay? And it took me a while to get this, but almost everybody is doing everything on their phone nowadays. So you need some type of provider when you're building your sales pages, when you're sending your emails, whatever, that it's going to look good on mobile, because that's where they're accessing it. Now, I use Kartra, which I mentioned that you can get for $1. There's a link down there. But Kartra, you can actually, as you're building your sales page, you can click and it goes over to mobile. And I sometimes forget to do it. My wife the other day told me that something on mobile was not coming up the way it should. I think it was a button that wasn't showing up above the line, and I switched it over to mobile and looked at it and fixed it. So make sure you have some type of software that lets you view whatever you're working on mobile. That's super important. Next thing I'll tell you is collect information. Information is so very important. Know what your audience wants. If you know what your audience wants, you can respond to it and you can give them what they want. If you give them what they want, guess what? They tend to buy from you because you provided them what they wanted. Kind of like the Tesla car, right? He sold a ton of those cars because he gave people what they wanted. They wanted a car that would, go fast. They wanted a car that was safe. They wanted a car that charge would get them far as a car with gasoline in it, which it does. So he gave them what they wanted, and they bought those cars in droves. Number 6, you got to evolve, okay? You've got to stay in touch with what the competition's doing out there. I know over the years I've changed so many softwares, so many email providers, so many things that I've changed over the years, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't have any income now, right? So you've got to make sure you're on top of all that. You've got to evolve. And I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Make sure you're using social elements and SEO. A lot of people quit using SEO because they said, well, I'm doing ads now, or I'm on Twitter or whatever. But the thing is with SEO, that is extra business, right? If you're SEOing your pages, and if you don't know what that is, that's search engine optimization. That's putting in your title tags and your descriptions and your keywords so that these search engines can actually find your information and bring it back to people. That's free business, guys. That's organic traffic. Okay, so you've got a plan now to actually increase your business, and you know what to do. Tell me which one of those things you think is going to work best for you in the comments below. And if you have questions about growing your business and increasing your sales, put those comments below too. Don't forget, I've got a free course, e-commerce course worth $97. You'll find it in the description. All you do is click and learn. Makes it really simple. Don't forget also to subscribe. Subscribe, where's the button? It's down here. That's where the button is. Go find that button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications. Ring the bell right there. If you ring that bell and then you set it to get all notifications, I can actually put you in the VIP group of the Fisher family, and I'll notify you every single time I do a new video so you don't miss a thing. Thanks so much for listening to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.